Okay.
So, Mike, I'm supposed to ask you, is Savannah's thing at Shorty's tomorrow at 1?
And we are live in our pre-show.
It ain't happening because we couldn't get her to get away to be up here to be surprised.
Okay.
I think Mama probably forgot how many people she'd asked.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's okay. Because Michelle kept asking me, and I was like,
Ain't happening, sorry.
I'll just send a lovely little... No, that's fine.
All right.
Skip, do we need to put the banner up?
Oh, yeah. We need to put the banner up. You can put the banner up.
Go get Bruce. You could just stand there.
Yeah, you can stand there.
Mike's gonna... That's his penance for missing last week. No, actually, last week went fine. I love having Susan here. It's great.
Yeah.
A little variety.
Apparently she gave Jim a really good
Right. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yes.
yeah. All you gotta do is listen to
They did have a good talk.
If you listen to the segment, you'll know.
I was listening to it.
Oh, were you listening to it live?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, that's so cool.
We were over at the Wentworth, and
'Cause, you know,
I was listening to it while breakfast arrived, and Mama woke up slowly.
I'm always doing it live, so I never really get to listen to it live. But I do listen to it afterwards, because I have to.
So exactly where does it go?
Put one in next to the black
leave that
cabinet
there.
over there. No, leave that there.
Goes to the other side of the door.
You gotta turn around, Mike.
File cabinet side of the door.
Mike.
Yeah.
Right there. One edge goes right there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Now you just need a
Taking
pole.
out the stick.
A big stick. And we talk loud too.
Yeah, we don't.
We never talk softly.
We don't speak softly, and the
Just don't aerate the roof.
political class doesn't have much time for us as a result.
So yes, I do text once in a while, and I'm texting my wife on a live stream.
On the live stream. Okay, well, that's all right. I have to move one of the cameras.
Towards the camera sufficiently?
Yes, and the arrow of the sign is just perfect. It will move this out of the way, hopefully. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
This is why we do the pre-show. And today we're just not doing any politics stuff, we're just doing setup stuff. I am Skip Murphy. He is Steve McDonald, joined by the standing guy, Mike Rogers, the upstanding guy.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. So, welcome to GrokTALK, the pre-show where we talk about just about everything except what we want to do. Where we've been annoying half the population since 2006, and during the podcast, that half can flip-flop at any given time. Because, you see, folks, we hate them all.
Yeah, they hate us. We don't hate them all. We just disagree with them.
Well, speak for yourself.
There are a couple of very interesting opinions out there.
You could put
You
your
gotta put
headset
your
on, then
headset
we'd
on.
actually hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Because they can kind of almost sort of hear you, but not really.
well, let's fix that.
Let's do a mic test. Talk, Mike, talk.
Hello, this is a mic testing.
Hello, mic testing. I thought your name was Rogers.
Mike testing Mike.
Yes. Okay.
Now, the question is which mic is which?
Mm.
All right. Anyways, we got 9 minutes to fill.
All right. Well, that's
I was
good.
so happy this morning, and I got up nice sleepy mood, but a good mood until I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting my car, start driving down here, and out from one of the little streets comes this black SUV, cuts me off. Now I'm kind of going at a little more than the normal posted speed, not much more, but a little bit more. And I'm coming right up to the street, and all of a sudden this black thing comes out, comes to a quick stop, and then just pulls out in front of me to do 25 miles an hour. Of course, the bumper sticker said, Carol Shea Porter, U.S. Congress.
Maybe they knew who you were,
That's a possibility.
and they wanted to make sure that their well-decorated ass was on display in front
I
of them.
think I'm trying to figure out where I'm getting the wind from. I think it's from the fan.
Yes, it is. I will.
I don't think it's not from Mike.
Well, I just lowered the microphone a little bit.
No, well,
No.
it's just
He's not referring to my bean intake. He's referring to breath noises.
yes. We're just trying to. You might want to fix your microphone mitt is falling off.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right, I'll turn off the fan.
No, you can leave the fan on. I don't mind
No,
the fan.
that wasn't the problem.
No, the fan's okay.
Well, the Republican Party's mitt fell off a couple of years ago.
We like the we like the air.
All right,
So-
we'll turn it down.
So there have been a couple of good
Mitt fell off.
commentaries this week, and I have to pull them together and post them. There was a piece, I think, by
Jonah Goldberg that pointed out that the way the Republicans got victories was either by Reagan coming from the grassroots and winning enough of the middle ground to form a majority, and the ones that have been somewhat moderate but have managed to convince enough of the grassroots that they cared and were on their side. You got a non-locked swivel there, Skip.
Yeah.
And he specifically referred to wooing the grassroots, and he then referred to Jeb Bush's problem, which is specifically that Jeb Bush is making no attempt to the grassroots, or as he put it, the grassroots are feeling decidedly unwooed. What has happened the last few years is that the party leadership.
Oh, that's my secret. That's my secret ninja name, Unwoo.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see the level of this podcast is not going to be the highest. Can we just turn to be very punny today?
He's obviously referring to his North Korean brother, Kim Un-woo.
King Un-woo. Kim Un-woo.
Yeah.
Kim Un-woo.
Oh boy, folks.
Yeah.
Well, Mike wasn't here last week, so we didn't have that whole pun energy going, you know.
No, you had Susan being incisive and being the company hammer, I think, for the energy business.
Oh, we like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, Jeb is unwooing.
And that's the whole point, is that he's made absolutely no attempt to woo the grassroots, the base, which he would need in order to actually put together a victory. And the ruling class of the Republican Party seems to have taken that to heart too.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, because as we all know, the Democrat Party has pretty much ditched most white males anyways. The working class seem to be getting rid of the white married group as well. They're going after the single women. But how's that going to work out for them? Because I've now seen
What, you mean like that sports coach in Guilford?
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. No, it's like which coalition does he want to go to? And if Jeb Bush doesn't want to come after the conservative vote, I can't see how he's going to win, because he's not that attractive to the Democrats. You got to remember that the middle, that all of the pollsters and the political operatives say you got to go get. I'm sorry, but yeah, both sides have kind of become polarized, because as the more politics get injected into everyday life, the political lives of everybody is being forced to one side or the other, and the Democrats have certainly gone towards socialism/communism. I mean, let's face it, folks, they are not for liberty and freedom except as they redefine it.
No, they are not, and what essentially they are is a coalition of Marxists and victim groups. And the problem is that they may narrow their base to the point where it only consists of Marxist victim groups. And then the opportunity exists for a socialist Republican Party to win the middle without
Socialist Republican Party.
without ever touching a conservative voter. And at that point, I think our representation is lost unless we do something completely different.
Well, it really does depend on, I think, the next election or two. I really do believe that we are hanging in the balance. But the question is, as we were talking about, I put up that poll, I don't know whether you saw it, I put it up late last night on Kelly Ayotte. I'm going to go through all of the speeches that were given at the NHGOP annual meeting.
Yes.
And I'm looking for consistency not only of word, but of deed as well, and matching the two of them up. And I have news for you. This was not a hit job on Kelly. This was just, here's what you said, now what have you done? And I'm going to do that for every single speech. So like I said, we alienate half of our population all the time.
And I think that's absolutely fine.
Yes, but also, as you said, we are the real Republicans.
We are. We are the consistent Republicans.
Because the Republican Party has a platform, which is basically life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, like it says in the preamble. And also... the party that explicitly says it is for small government, less regulation, less taxation, and the rights of the individuals and the states to determine their future. And this is exactly what most Republicans in D.C. are working against, because they become a part of the permanent power class. They care not where they are elected from, they care simply that they are elected, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, well, not only that, but All I have to do is use what Kelly said back when, during her initial campaign to become a U.S. Senator, as to what she's saying today. I'm sorry, but the two don't match up. You cannot be consistent by taking what was said during that campaign and what she's saying now. All I'm asking for is for Republicans to be consistent, and she's not. And a lot of the other people up there, Joe Scarborough's next because he spoke second. Now, here he is on MSNBC. He thinks that he's very conservative.
On MSNBC, probably the way the Nazis were conservative compared to the Russians.
They were no, the Nazis were all. Everybody keeps forgetting that was a shortened version of nationalist socialist. They were never of the right. They were always of the left.
I know they were, but what I'm saying
but our
is
listeners don't.
If you're way, way, way over here and somebody's right next to them, they are to their right. But that doesn't make them conservative, and that's your point.
Yeah.
And that's always been what they said. And the far left in modern America makes the same argument. Well, they were on the right of the far left, which means they were not quite as far left.
Correct.
So
liberal fascism dating back to the beginning of the 20th century and reaching probably, well, I don't know its zenith, but probably going full gallop in the 1930s, just like it was everywhere else.
Well, we had our first progressive president. His name was Woodrow Wilson, and he admittedly and vocally hated the U.S. Constitution.
Well, and here's something you probably didn't know, but I read in some study this week.
Except we've got 30 seconds.
yeah.
This one's quick.
You got 30
Woodrow
seconds.
Wilson got elected the same way that Bill Clinton did, with about 42% of the vote. In fact, the person responsible for bringing you Woodrow Wilson, the progressive, is Theodore Roosevelt, the progressive, who couldn't stand losing the primary.
He split the vote. All right, we're going to come right back and talk about some more stuff.
Grok TV.